Running. Hey, yeah. All right. And I got something, baby, on my mind. It's tearing me up inside, and I got to let loose tonight, baby. Now I know you can see what I'm going through. Everybody telling me what to do. Yeah, I need somebody to talk to. Well, I'm different, I can feel the changes, but I can't turn back the pages. And our hearts are all we have to save us. Come on, save me tonight. We gonna ride the night away. Yeah, babe, we're gonna ride the night away. Oh, there ain't no time left to borrow. I have to think about it tomorrow. We gonna ride the night away. Oh yeah. Huh. And I got a gun pointed at my head. Yeah, I put it there by myself. I can't ask you, but I need some help. Let me tell you, honey, I got fire burning in my soul. Yes, I'm dangerous and out of control, and tonight I wanna let it go. Oh, yes, I do now. And I can't look back, baby, I tried. It's too late for me to compromise, and I need somebody by my side. Come on, save me tonight. We gonna ride the night away. Yep, babe, we're gonna ride the night away. Oh, there ain't no time left to borrow. I guess I have to think about it tomorrow. We gonna ride the night away. Come on, hey. Woo. Yeah. It's too late for me to compromise, and I need somebody by my side. Come on, save me tonight. We gonna ride the night away. We gonna ride the night away. Well, there ain't no time left to borrow. I guess I have to think about it tomorrow. We gonna ride the night away. Ride the night away. Let me tell you, gonna ride the night away. Yeah, I said there ain't no time left to borrow. I said I have to think about it tomorrow. We gonna ride the night away. We gonna ride
On the inside sleeve, our special guest, a vocalist who really doesn't need introduction. I'm sure within the first few seconds of hearing his voice, you would know that was the dulcet tones of Jimmy Barnes.
The paint-peeling tones of Jimmy Barnes.
Yes, well, we needed a new coat in here, Jim. And we heard Ride the Night Away from your second solo release, I think from 1985.
1985, it was a song written by Stevie Van Zandt and Steve Jordan, actually. And sent to me. I received it on a dictaphone and a little dictaphone demo with Stevie singing in his lounge room with Steve Jordan bashing his couch with a pair of drumsticks. And it just sounded great. So I fell in love with the song straight away, and it's been a staple in my live set ever since.
And that's an interesting fact from the 80s, getting something sort of posted that way rather than something sent to you as an email.
No, it wasn't email then. It was dictaphone and log drums would have been more. Well, the way I was such a lo-fi guy, log drums would have been fine.
Now, we've got two sets of candles to blow out here today. One in honour of your 30th year as a solo artist, and the second for Ben, who I believe is having a birthday today on guitar.
Yeah, Ben, young fella.
And, of course, you've released your album, 3030 Hindsight, as a celebration of your work. Vast catalogue to choose from. You've got 17 songs that you've done up, and you've got 13 others that
made up the 30.
How hard was it to choose the 17 tracks to give that fresh coat of paint to?
We chose the songs that were either markers in my career for me, like things like Good Times were markers in my career, Working Class Man. Stand Up was a marker for me, but I'm going to do later with Mahalia because it changed the way I was writing songs. Going Down Alone was another turning point for me because I'd moved to France and started writing songs that were much more introspective. So I tried just to pick songs that were sort of changes and intact in my career, and really they chose themselves. Of course, I wanted to work with some of my mates, some great artists. I immediately thought of Keith Urban when I thought of Good Times, just because I really wanted to hear him play guitar on it. Bernard Fanning was a natural for Still on Your Side. My son Jackie just said you can't make this record without getting Bernie to sing that, and I agreed. One of the first people I talked to after I decided to make the record, I was in LA and I was having dinner with Chris Chaney, and I said, I'm going to do this record. He said, I want to do Lay Down Your Guns, and I should have picked that. I mean, because the original Lay Down Your Guns was Brian Setzer on guitar, and Chris is a mad Brian Setzer fan, so it worked out really well. So the songs sort of chose themselves.
It was a very punchy way to open with having the Living End.
It was a great band.
Yeah. So was there anyone you really wanted to have on this album, just due to time constraints it didn't work
I wouldn't mind getting Bruce Springsteen on it, but he'd left by the time we started doing it. But I reckon I could have talked him into it had I seen him.
But of course you got from the East Street band Stevie Van Zandt, who you just mentioned, who wrote.
I approached Stevie when I was doing a Springsteen gig in New Zealand, and I just said, we hadn't met for 30 years, we hadn't all those years, and I went up to him and he said, Jimmy, how I know you, thanks for doing my song. And I said, thanks for giving me it, I told him how much I was a fan of his, and I said, look, I'm going to be making this record. I'd love you to be involved. And he literally didn't have a day off anywhere. He was so busy, and I said, well, I've got a Lilyhammer and record there while you're making your TV series. And he said, well, there's no studios there, so I don't know what we'll do. And then he sort of scratched his head and thought for a minute, and he said, what are you doing tomorrow? And Steve managed to find, he had 2 hours, he reckons, the day before. That was his one day off. He was supposed to be doing all the stuff for the E Street Band rehearsals and all sorts of stuff. He came to the studio and he stayed in my house for 15 hours. He was there just having a ball, drinking wine, eating food, and playing music, with all these guys. And my daughter sang on the record. All our friends were there. Darren Percival, Diesel was around. Everybody was there. And Stevie said, I live in New York. He said, for 30 years I've looked for soul singers. He said, you got a bloody house full of them here. And I said, come on down. You can come here and sing with us anytime, mate. So, it was good. I'm
intrigued in reading about your warm-up because obviously your voice is, as you said, can strip paints at 30 paces.
Yeah.
And I would have thought there would have been the gentle approach, but it seems to be hot liquids and screaming like a lunatic for an hour.
Well, yeah, hot and cold running liquids. Literally, most of my set, I'm up in my top register. I don't really sing a lot in my lower register, so and the lower register is easy for me. I don't need to warm it up. When I'm going to get out there, I'm going to sing for an hour tones that only dogs can hear. They're the ones I have to warm up. So it is a bit of an unorthodox warm up, but it works for me.
And do you have to do this in a sort of a quiet room on your own? So frighten children?
It's preferable. I do frighten children, and it's preferable, if anybody's having a conversation or if there's open microphones around, because then you sort of deafen sound guys and stuff. But it's sort of, I just scream, and that just sort of gets me, and I think actually it sort of gets the adrenaline running a bit too. So it's sort of psychological as well as a physical warm up.
Dare I ask you to give us a test?
I do that for about an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, call me in the morning when you get a new set of eardrums.
You have done many covers over the years. I just noticed recently for your fans on Facebook, which is available as a YouTube clip, you've covered Pharrell Williams' "Happy," which was a fantastic version.
Oh, yeah, we've done a few things. We're planning to do one a month, and we have decided whatever is the top song of the month we'll do, regardless of what it is. And we've done 2 so far. What was the other one we did?
We did Ed Sheeran Sing.
Sing as well. Whatever the song is, try and make it sound like your own, and put it together for fun, but just for the punters out there, and got a huge response. People love it. You're just the fact that you're in there. I got Ruby, my granddaughter, dancing in the front row and singing and getting bored halfway through and leaving, and it's all that sort of picking your nose, anything.
That's what music should be about.
It is. It's
a
about celebration and a celebration of family for us. And we have a dinner, we have a party, we end up singing. That's what we do.
Thank you so much for coming into the studio
My
today.
pleasure. Our pleasure.
And you're going to leave us with one last track.
It's a birthday song for Benny. All right. All right, guys. This is Stand Up, Mahalia's protest song.
When you're gone, there's nothing you leave behind.
Always easy to please.
You never get up your knees.
Giving you will receive.
Just like a kick in the teeth.
Well, how long can you just turn the other cheek?
Tell me what you got to lose.
There's just so much you can do.
Shout it out. Come on. But you got to stand up. One shot to make a nation cry.
Stand up.
One voice to make
You wonder why.
stand up. One spark to make a fire burn.
Stand up.
Why?
So everybody must learn to
Stand up. Stand up.
stand up.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Listen. You got to search for the truth.
It's just so easy to lose.
When there's so many
They
lies.
find a way to get through.
I know the future is in your hands. You got your head in your hand.
There's just so much you can't stand.
But you got to stand up. One shot can make a nation cry. Stand up.
One voice can make you wonder why.
Stand up. One spark can make a fire burn.
Stand up.
Why?
Listen, everybody must learn to
Stand up. Stand up.
stand up.
Stand up. Oh, stand up. Come on. Hey. Who's gonna answer your prayers?
When you are no longer there,
If you're looking for
you
signs.
must be crazy or blind.
I know the future is in your hands. You got your head in your hands.
There's so much more you can stand.
But you got to stand up. One shot can make a nation cry. Stand up. One voice can make a wonder why. Stand up. One spark can make a fire burn. Stand up.
And why listen, everybody must learn.
Stand up.
Make a nation cry.
Stand up. One voice can make you wonder why. Stand up.
So one spark can make fire burn.
Stand up. Why listen, everybody must learn. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Stand up, stand up,
Stand up. Stand up.
stand up.
Stand up. Stand up. Oh yeah. So stand up.
Stand up.
Stand up. Stand up. You say it's your birthday. Gonna have a good time.